This is for educational purposes. The flags that you can see behind me were all part of the Confederacy. The Confederate States of America was a nation for 4 years. On all 11 states, they all had a constitution. They all said that slavery is forever and that they were leaving the Union because they wanted to continue owning other human beings. In 1865, the Civil War ends. However, we left alive the people who had rebelled against us, and that's why we have that part in the 14th Amendment. If you had previously sworn allegiance, you weren't qualified, and the reason why they were going after Trump with it, for treason. Now, in my state of Florida, the month of April, they still celebrate Confederate History Month. There was a Jefferson Davis Middle School in West Palm Beach where I taught, and I would not apply there. There were 147 other middle schools. I applied to those. I would not apply to Jefferson Davis. We have recently taken the names of Confederate generals off of military bases like Bragg and Hood, who were Confederate generals. We need to take down the statues. And you see this flag along with the flag of the Third Reich with Republicans because they're white nationalists. And that was the reason for me talking about the history of America, because the losing side, the Confederates, were the Democrats until the 1960s. That's when the parties shifted. In 1964 and 1965, Lyndon Baines Johnson got the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act passed, which gave women that were African American the right to vote, which disenfranchised racist white Americans in the South, and they went to the Republican Party. That was the Southern strategy. In 1968, Richard Nixon picked them up. So racism is baked in, especially down here in the South. And where I'm at in Jacksonville, there was a Bedford Forest High School. Bedford Forest was the founder of the Ku Klux Klan, and the demographics were almost 90% African American. This is the party of racism and misogyny. Remember, in November, it's time to vote out every single reprehensible Republican that's going to take rights away from your daughter, and then is also going to push white nationalist propaganda from Prager University saying that slavery improved the lives of slaves. Remember, in November, when we don't vote, we get Donald Trump, because we didn't vote in 2016. And that was what happened. And we got 3 Supreme Court justices. Roe v. Wade was overturned. They struck down, getting help for student debt relief and, of course, affirmative action. Remember to show up in November.